Into the first game, Chalet. This is Tachanka's Disciples versus City Boys. Starting off round one, map one. With Chalet, the second map picked is Clubhouse. So it's some pretty typical maps. We've seen these maps played a lot this season. I've cast a lot of Chalet gameplay. Clubhouse a little bit as well. But, that's how it is sometimes. These are the games we are playing. And we are going straight into a Mira Ace ban. This is super common. I don't think I've seen too much of a difference here. Most of the time, we're never going to be seeing Mira allowed through. And then our next set of bans is looking like it's going to be a Zombie and Blitz. And also pretty common bans. It looks like we don't want to be dealing with any of that shield operator gameplay. So, you know what? We're just gonna let it be. Hopefully we got this match running and live and everything's okay. I did have to last minute set everything up. But we should be good as we load up into the match. Chalet was picked by Tachanka's Disciples. So they are on attack first. So everyone is loading in. There we go. And we can check out what the site setup is here. We have Massacre and Office as our site pick. Again, I've been seeing this as the first pick a lot in this league. I am biased, as I'm sure I've mentioned. I like bar games first, but, it is one of those things where potentially the meta's changed, where top floor is the more preferred at the moment. I feel like all of the sites on Chalet are very manageable. They are... they're all relatively even in terms of being playable. The least common we usually see is going to be kitchen dining. Though it is a site I still like as well. Does look like attacked Tachanka's Disciples are spawning towards the helicopter side. That's a very early pick onto tracks from Amphi. Very nice play. I think that was just the spawn peak position there. Immediately shut down. As City Boys are at a disadvantage right away. Tanks is playing the bandit on in the small box area, but he's not quite in a space where he could actually trick the wall, since the wall is soft. Team is prepping to make sure to take Mez. A lot of drones coming out, making sure everything is clear. Paladin very careful of any sort of flank position, while Tanks is actually going on the flank. He is... Let's see if he can pick anyone out. Anyone who's not ready for them. Arendelle, meanwhile, taking a little bit of damage, playing very aggressively as Tanks is looking for the flank. He is coming up, and he spots the player below. He doesn't quite hit the thermite, but that is a pick for the City Boys as well. Evening up this round count. A camera will be disabled as Tanks decides to back out. Zequelian here is careful about this window position. Arendelle, meanwhile, picking up Nickel Pickle. Zequelian does have the shield here to protect them. As defense has had to back up a little bit, but Tyler, you know what? Patiently waiting. Paladin trying to make some sort of entry. Not quite gonna find it just yet. As Tyler is your main force to be reckoned with, taking some health off Paladin and eventually taking it fully off as the smoke works in his favor, playing this Warden. We have some gunfire coming between Tanks. Loading new mag. And through the breach, Zequelin does not find anyone just yet. Is patiently waiting as Arendelle gives the call, and they're gonna... And Tachanka's disciples are going to be trying to push forward. Oh, they spot Zequelin. They are down. Doesn't spot Tyler, though, who is hiding behind the office table. Tank's trying to cover this, and we have a down onto 2 beers. There's going to be no plant down just yet. Amphi managing to pick up one onto Tyler. He's looking for the final player, and it's not going to be enough. Zequelin and the defenders taking it. Taking the first round, went all the way down into a 1v1 with a timer just running out. And so, we go to round 2. Tachanka's disciples are going to have to be attacking Bar Gaming now. As we get to go to my favorite site. Let's go. Super exciting. Soon as this round loads up. It is taking a little bit of time. I don't know if it's me. It might be. I did have to restart my PC to make sure that we were up and running successfully. But I think we have solved the issues. We should be good. And we can explore what the team is up to now on Bar Games. Hatch has been opened. We don't actually have the library box hatch open just yet. Have to see if the teams play with that. Usually it's somewhat optional, but I know it's preferred to stay open so you have more angles into sight to defend if you ever have to retake from above. We get the office walls opened up. We have tracks setting up.
10 seconds to
Some
insertion.
feet holes on the floor. I wonder if we'll be getting a frost mat under the window. This is a common spot to place it, yeah, and we do see it where I expected. Otherwise, site setup is... Shield? Excuse me? Interesting, Tyler. Well, we are going to be seeing the push coming out from Tachanka's disciples. Looking to pressure top floor. Tyler setting up a shield onto the stock area. While Trax is waiting to cover the K9 window. So I'm seeing if anyone is going to walk into them. Meanwhile, Paladin actually, the one going down to Nickel Pickle, who is deep in kitchen. Miss-droned for sure.
Loading mag.
And Amphi goes down to Trax as well in the meantime. Trax getting another, pushing up very aggressively into Piano. This is paying off. Crazy aggression from City Boys. Tanks, unfortunately, it's not quite make it work. 2 beers is waiting for the next line of sight, but Trax gets his 3rd kill of the round. I have an idea roughly where Silent might be hiding. He is kind of stuck all alone in this 1v4 now. Holding a pixel angle. There is some intel on the Warden player. They also... Ooh! Nice down onto Nickel Pickle. He has been knocked out from the flank. Now Warden has pushed forward. Is Silent going to be ready for that? A lot of footholds being pressured. And gunfight coming out, but Tyler is still up. He's just proning both players right now on the prone war. Trax trying to hold off. As the bees give away Tyler's position. Gotta wait for the cover. The shotgun is out! And Tyler right now, quite safe right now. Though we have more players coming up. Tyler cleaning up the round eventually for City Boys. It probably took longer than they wanted it to. But that is a 2nd defensive round coming out. Tachanka's disciples looking a little bit rough around the edges for their Bar Games attack. Of course, City Boys catching them off guard with a very, very aggressive roam. Those pay off. Now, we get to go to basement. As we continue our little adventure. Soon as it all finishes loading up, of course. Who do we have? We've got Tubarao to deny wall, Kaid and mute. I wonder if the mute is probably going to be also used for the wall and to block that drone hole off that we've got. We're gonna have to wait. We should get the map loaded up. And here we go. Basement. What kind of setup do our players gift us? Closing up the walls with the Rooney right now. We're also going to get the dining hatch closed. Typically, you'll only see that played open if someone is going to be dedicated to that top floor defense. Usually two someone's. Mute denying any sort of entry with the mute
10
gadget.
seconds to insertion.
And we've got the Kaid Claw set up to block both
seconds
the
to
boiler
insertion.
wall and main wall. Pretty typical setup, and Zequelin on that Tubada will help
Attacker's
stall the
objective is to locate a
wall
bomb
as
and defuse
well.
it.
As attack coming from campfire, coming from the pushing towards that front yard. Doors are getting open. We have some intel on tracks. He does have a really nice long angle as players are attacking. Ooh, that intel paying off as he does get shot through the wall by Amphi. Wasn't quite ready for the pinch. Very good push coming out from City Boys. We got a couple more drones coming up. As Silent is making their way in, making sure to cover the flank on the west main stairs. Tyler actually in a flank position, hiding in mud, while Nickel Pickle is top floor as well. It does look like it might be a potential dual flank setup, but it's a very simple direct attack through the big garage right now. Some cover on the flanks. Drones are moving. They will just barely be able to spot Nickel Pickle out as he waits for a moment. The drones coming in. Two Beers taking a lot of damage in the meanwhile, and Silent taking out tanks. It's actually looking worse for the players here on the side of City Boys. They are very man down. Zequelin trying to stall out this wall. Minute 20 remaining. As Nickel Pickle makes their way all the way to the blue staircase. He's actually choosing to rat a little bit as nades come in. And Amphi gets to the nice pick onto Zequelin. It's all up to Nickel Pickle and Tyler now. With Tyler taking down a couple of players, we also have another player down by two Beers is down. Nickel Pickle trying to push forward, potentially catch someone off guard. Ooh, C4 comes out! He doesn't find anything as it gets shot. Tyler getting hit by the fire, gets chased out, and finally 2 Beers with a final kill onto Nickel Pickle. First round coming out from Tachanka's Disciples. And so we continue. As the round, we get our next set of bans. I wonder if the Tubado, maybe the Kaid is coming out on the defensive side. Yeah, we get rid of Kaid and we get rid of Thatcher. So we're going to be sitting pretty here with wall denial slowly being removed. But we do, of course, still have that banded up. And we get to go back to Master Office. Now, this round really was looking like it was in favor of Tachanka's Disciples, thanks to the early pick they had, but City Boys managed to clutch it out at the end. It'll be interesting to see with the band operators. Are we going to be seeing any changes to this? Are City Boys going to have a harder time defending? Zequelin actually playing the Solus here. Going to be hunting down drones using that intel gadget.
And defuse bombs.
And we have Nickel Pickle as well playing the Capcan. I love to see my Capcan traps all over the place. This is always fun. I find they can be especially useful close to sight at times simply because attack, if they're low on time, they're not going to be able to fully drone everything out, especially with the mute helping out and slowing down, denying any of that drone utility. You either want to put Kapkan traps basically right onto site or sometimes very deep into site. I personally like putting the trap right here. I feel like you should just stack a whole bunch of traps here because if someone's going to run into this Kapkan trap, they're 100% checking this door. There's no point putting them one by one. And of course, that is my humble opinion, as Amphi gets another pick onto tracks, and that's Bandit down. Always missing Amphi's very early picks. That aggressive play, I think onto the spawn peak window, onto the canine window, is paying off. I really should just watch Amphi at the start of these rounds to make sure to catch them. Meanwhile, Tyler pushing up onto Library Hall, looking to shoot out some drones, maybe deny some intel. That Twitch gadget coming out, Amphi is probably, yeah, going to be finding all of these gadgets. Tyler will shut down the drone as another one's going to be tossed out. Two beers making their way over, along with Paladin, who has fast entry into Library. He is waiting for this flank player. He sees Kapkan and does manage to take out Nickel Pickle. So again, man disadvantage for City Boys. They were able to recover last time. Is Tyler going to be able to hold this off? Trying to pre-fire a little bit, stall things out. But I think we are going to go for that wall right away. No flanks coming out this time from City Boys. I don't think they quite have the man count for doing that. Silent goes below Silent and Arundel both, making sure that there's going to be no flanks. The walls are getting popped open. Defenders are trying their best to keep sight locked down. Tank's in a very good position with the shotgun right now, but he might get chased out by the buck. Never mind. All right, Tank's absolutely knocked out by Silent, playing below. Very nice play there. Tyler is trying to block out the entry, has a nice angle through to piano to see this. Zequelin potentially looking for a flank. Ooh, shotgun almost taking out Amphi, I believe. Yeah, that was Amphi setting up here. Gonna stay on this window now. Wait for Tyler, and not gonna quite get the pick he wants. Finally does clean it up, as Zequelin is the only player left. It's on Solar Stairs. He knows someone's up here, and it's not gonna work out. Arundel casually walking up Solar Stairs. Nice pre-fire straight through Amphi. Or not Amphi, but, you know, the Solus. Gotta remember these players' names a little bit better. My apologies. As we go back to Bar Gaming. Honestly, not surprised whatsoever Tachanka's Disciples were able to pull off that top floor attack. They were very close last time, so now they just had that little bit of extra readiness to close it out. Bar games, though, City Boys played very aggressive. It paid off. They might have to be a little bit more careful now because the Tachanka's Disciples are very aware that they do like playing very aggressive, very deep into sight. So we gotta wait for this loading screen. Just hanging out. Let's see. What do the defenders play? We've got the Jaeger, we've got the Frost, very, very standard. Zequelin on the Thorn. Thorn does very good damage nowadays. Thorn, very meta operator. Great to bring her traps all over the place, but you know what? That's why we see Amphi on the Twitch. That's why we see a lot of players with also the utility denial options. Get our classic shield on top blue. Every player knows how to play this, and we've got the 2 ADSs to defend even the third one as well. Slightly more forward. Frost mats under the windows on top floor library.
10 seconds to insertion.
They're very smart opening the holes so that they'll be able to get the eyes on any of the down players at the same time.
Attackers are moving
As the rest of the site, you know, pretty set up. And we also have Solus on the roam here. Let's go over to Amphi view right away. Does look like it's going to be another solar side take. There's definitely going to be aware. We have defenders playing aggressively here. Zequelin is waiting patiently. Ooh, Toe's getting shot through the drone hole. Meanwhile, Trax gets the pick onto Arundel. That is your Deimos gone. Just a free casual pick here. Again, doesn't look like Tachanka's Disciples are ready for where some of these roamers are playing on the City Boys side, especially on this bar gaming attack. A couple windows being popped open right now. Silence is making sure that it's clear to push through Trophy. Zequelin having backed all the way off. Shield is going to be gone. This is why you also want to be banning Flores most of the time, because Flores can just get through the shield. Speed's being shot off by Two Beers. Don't think he'll be able to get that kill. Oh, he saw those toes. He sees more players. And finally, Two Beers managed to take out Trax. They know that Tank's on the Jaeger is kind of stuck in box now. Find his way out. The drone coming in. Just patiently waiting. Being shot through the walls. Tyler has the cover though. On top fireplace as... Ooh, Amphi gets knocked down. Nice aggressive position here. Paladin decides to back off a touch. As more players are shot out by Tyler. Again, Paladin may be a bit slow on unshielding as he gets punished for doing it so late now. Tyler just ready for it. It's all up to Two Beers now. Who knows Tyler's up here. Tyler wants that final pick. He's hunting for it. Not quite getting it. And finally, there we go. Tyler, I believe with the 4K. I don't think he quite got that last play. Trax did get an early pick onto the Deimos. So, 4K in the round. Very, very nice game for Tyler right now. 8-3. As we go back to the basement, this will be the final round of this half before the City Boys and Tachanka's Disciples swap sides. Basement felt pretty comfortable for the Tachanka's Disciples to be taking, so we'll have to see if this changes at all. They did get a really nice wallbang through the big garage at really early into the match. As we wait. As we wait, ever waiting. And we see a Legion being brought out, potentially to deny any shield players.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
People are trying to figure out who the slow PC is. As we go to the basement. Again, no mute this time, but Bandit and Tubarao combo. We don't have the Kaid since they were also banned. We'll just have to rely on these Bandit batteries. That does mean that, again, for a big garage take, the garage wall, seeing all the way through into wine, is pretty free to open up. We do have Hibana being picked by Amphi, so I would not be surprised if they plan another big garage take.
Attacker's objective is to locate a
Hatches
bomb
are closed up, and only Tubarao right now off site, though Tank's following up. So we begin pushing towards our site. Attack making their moves. It does look like a big garage position. Both Trax and Tanks right now looking to take some fights. And Paladin winning it out. Trax not quite ready for that. Tyler, meanwhile, on the flank. He will get spotted out as Amphi tries to make their way forward. Claymore's set up to protect from any sort of drop as we get to open up the wine wall. Zequelin stalling it out just a touch. We'll get droned out, but this is a very common anchor position. As Tyler is continuing to just be a bit of a nuisance on the top floor. Players rotating around. Amphi taking a touch of damage. But it'll be a while before his Hibana pellets get fully opened up, so he's gonna have to be patient. He wants to open a full vaultable hole in that wall. An interesting use. Usually, I believe we're gonna be using Paladin here anyways to open the side wall on wine. Zequelin needs to give up his anchor spot just a little bit, but he does have a really nice view into the vault. It's Arendelle. He's trying to cover the flank. Tyler hasn't made it all the way back to site. Paladin has the diffuser. He is looking for a way in. A lot of guns pointed everyone's way. What a beautiful shot from Zequelin. He knew that if he was just patient, that breach was free. Top of Tyler's head, I believe, was spotted but not taken advantage of. Tyler is looking for some more players to shoot out. Zequelin continuing to cover the angle. He has no fear, no worry whatsoever. Tyler finally shut down by Amphi. Some more flames coming in. Tank's getting a pick. Gets traded out. It's all up to Zequelin and Nickel Pickle now. Nickel Pickle having to come back to site. Which is going to be coming in soon. I think Silence in position to plant. And now Amphi with a really long angle to cover. Just has to hold it as players... As we get defused down. Don't have to worry. And gets a nice shot onto Nickel Pickle. He's fine. He's looking for Zequelin. Silent and Amphi both on the hunt. Waiting to get potentially a nice cross down, but Zequelin shutting down Amphi finally. He's looking for Sign. Is he going to find him? And he does! And with plenty of time to defuse. That is going to be a 4-2 half for the City Boys. And so, this half of Chalet ends. But now, it'll be time for the Tachanka disciples to defend on their own side. Roll swap. Let's go. Are we going to be seeing Mira Ace again? Probably. This is the usual ban preference for a lot of these players. Curious to see if there's going to be anything different. Usually the second set of bans tends to be a little bit more versatile, as we've seen. Sometimes we ban the shields, sometimes some denial operators. Let's see where we go. And what do we have? Thermite and Kaid. Alright, Denial and Hard Breach. That is 2 Hard Breach operators off from City Boys attack. That means they will have to be relying on either can openers or Hibana and Mav to open these walls. First site they've picked is Bar Gaming. Let's go. My favorite site. My first pick preference. Again, in terms of stats, I think Bar Games was City Boys' best defensive map as well, or best defensive site as well. They did lose 1 top floor and 1 basement attack, but both bar attacks were winners, you know? You should probably pick that one first. Alright. But will the trend also be true for Tachanka's disciples? Will they be able to hold their Bar Games site? We see a little bit of different operators. Do have the Azami up. We can use that for a lot of shields and messing around, especially on top mezzanine. The zombie can be an absolute pain with where she can throw up all of her Kiva barriers.
10 seconds
Otherwise,
to
looking like a pretty standard setup. We've got the castle to actually stall out the
5
office
seconds
side
left.
push. This does mean that Tachanka's disciples are unlikely to be
Attackers are
as
heading out to defuse a
hyper
bomb.
aggressive on their roams in bar games. As the push is going straight to the window, it looks like. Tyler immediately getting to the roof. We get tracks pushing library. Nades going into the dark spot right away. Making sure to chase someone out. I think he's waiting to see one of his team members to cover. Yeah, Nickel Pickle, making sure that no one's just gonna run out. Now they know it's clear. This Paladin is set up. Yeah, fully relying on the Kiba barrier, actually, for the shield. Silent plays aggressively. Tyler holding the slant angle. Nickel Pickle tries to put some gunfire down the range. Tanks, meanwhile, just hanging out below. Drax is trying to find some place where they can potentially take advantage of this mezzanine player. I wonder if... I feel like, is Tanks going to be doing the stock play? They're going to be able to spot Arundel, probably. The drone work is correct. They missed Arundel! Arundel! Is he going to be getting away with this? Oh, the drone spotted him. The drone spotted him. Unfortunate. But that was quite exciting as Nickel Pickle finally taking out Silent on top Mez. This is under their control now. Paladin also knocked out by Trax. This is looking like a much rougher defense from Tachanka's disciples. Struggling to keep this all locked in. Arundel ready for the player. Oh, he looks away! He looks away from Tyler, who gets the kill! What bad siege timing. And now, final two players are stuck in bar stock. Two Beers trying to find some way to get out as Amphi sees the holes that Mav opened up. Can't do anything about them. Look at that. This is why you ban Mav, folks, because the bar stock is not the place you want to be when everyone is after you and Mav is also opening the wall. So, 5-2. City Boys looking very nice and sharp here on Chalet. As they win their first attacking round. We are actually going to be replaying Bar Gaming. Chunka's Disciples deciding that, yes, this is, of course, the best site. We should always hang out at the best site. We do have a bit of a player swap. Arundel swapping over to the Ella. Gonna be using the Grismots. No bandit to try to keep the basement wall closed. It didn't stop City Boys last time from sneaking in through the basement. They just went around.
Bomb located by attackers.
But will the Ella be able to put a little bit more pressure here? You see Silent still sticking that Azami, but we do have a real shield on top blue. And we have got Amphi on the smoke. Make it just that much more of a pain to try to get a plant anywhere in sight. Tanks deciding to lock in on the Maverick. Basement wall is going to be getting closed. It was very effective last round, so I'm not surprised that they want to be taking advantage of that again.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
As Arundel deep in basement, wanting to set up a whole lot of stall. Again, most of the play from Tachanka's Disciples staying pretty turtled up. As Tyler gets set up on slant. Gets a nice nade to clear out the castle barricade. Silent having to defend against some aggressive players. Nickel Pickle actually already deep in sight. Or deep into the library. He's hopped in the window. Looking for any sort of tracks. As they're trying to chase out this Azami. A lot of teamwork coming out. Paladin kind of alone defending. And Meanwhile, Nickel Pickle, with the aggressive push, knocks out Silent again, and Amphi following suit. Zequelin finding his head. Paladin trying to lock this in, has to back off as all of attack is taken over top floor. Arundel does get one pick onto Nickel Pickle, decides to back off. Walking up the fireplace side, but Paladin gets knocked out, and oh no, Arundel running straight into the sights of tanks. He just opened a little hole in garage wall. Gets an absolutely free pick. 2 beers in the 1v4. Does not look like Bar Gaming is the site for him, as Trax just running in. He wants this kill and gets it. It looks like Bar Gaming, you know what? I hate to say it, but I don't think this is Tachanka's Disciples site. Feel like this is somewhere where they probably would have wanted to roam a little bit deeper, as City Boys just have their number. They know how to attack Bar Gaming. They have nothing to worry about. Now we are going to top floor. Master and Office. 6-2 for City Boys. They are on map point. So if they can close out the next round, or even any of the next 4 attacking rounds for themselves, it should be an easy regulation victory. Of course, the Tachanka's Disciples are there to stop them. As we continue to wait.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And what do we have? This top floor setup. Bandit, Warden, Paladin on the Goyo. Actually setting up this Goyo canister right on the half wall. I didn't know you could set it up yet. This is actually new to me. I still don't think it's the most effective, because once the wall is breached, it will be able to be opened up. I usually like setting it up right in the corner here, where sometimes it'll go unnoticed.
10 seconds left.
Right? Just tuck it in, and then if you toss any sort of impact or any other gadget, it should be pretty easy to set it off. But we do have what looks to be a mezzanine extension. Otherwise, a pretty difficult take. Does look like most of the team is going to be attacking from library's side. Tyler rolling up to the top. Arundel holding down mezzanine. You get some nice angles set up. As again, look at these crossfires. They're just constantly getting pulled. It'll be really difficult for Arundel to get out. So many times the player on mezzanine has been shut down by City Boys. They have no worry whatsoever. And really nice angle. Is that from Nickel Pickle? Here's who's holding this? Yeah, Zequelin? Oh, spots! Meanwhile, Nickel Pickle actually knocked out by Silent. Potentially just got a long angle somewhere. Nade coming in, luckily makes... does not hurt themselves. Arundel actually managing to escape. Mezzanine given up this time around. Tyler is taking a bit of a gunfight with Paladin. Lion drums coming out. Tyler. Ooh, spots the back of Paladin! He didn't realize he was exposed to the bathroom window. And Castle spotted out as well. Silent knows that Lion is on the window. Does get back. Tyler does back off here. Trax is hit by the beepers. We have a couple drones here watching for any sort of flanks. Trax? Trax, excuse me? Got a little bit overzealous there as he takes out his own teammate. 2 beers getting hit by the flames of that Goyo canister is not really working out how they wanted to. Arundel waiting for the Lion to hop in. Trax and Zequelin, you have to try to figure out some sort of entry point here. 2 beers is locking in the position right now without too much to worry about. Trax swings forward, and 2 beers picks up Zequelin. Has to keep holding this, and doesn't quite find his head. Does finally find his head, but gets immediately traded out. Tyler for the rescue. He spots players far across the bomb. Nade's coming out as he does manage to at least rescue Trax. Wary of the players coming out. Ampy, meanwhile, cleaning up the players at the end, and Silent with a final pick, just watching the breach, hearing the lion swing around the corner. And so it's not quite over yet for Tachanka Sisyphus. They take their first defensive round win. I suspect these players, after a couple bans, maybe a Deimos ban? I am not sure. Maybe the Maverick ban, actually. That was very effective from the side of City Boys. Yeah, there it is. The Maverick knocked out. I wonder if they're going to try bar games again without the Maverick they have to worry about. Nope, they are swapping over to Basement. Again, still a very, very good pick. That does mean Hibana is going to be your only dedicated hard breacher. Going into a site that actually is kind of good for Hibana, since if you remember from Tachanka Disciple's attacks, they did love opening the really long angle deep into wine. And so we continue. As soon as everyone finishes loading in, we have the Scopus coming out from Paladin. So I expect roaming. All right, Paladin, I expect you to be somewhere on the top floor zooming around with your little robot friends. And we'll see where that takes you.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
All the way deep down in the basement. Deimos, a good pick from Trax. He is 8 and 6 right now.
Bomb located by
Very,
attackers.
very comfortable. Gonna have bandits setting up on the walls. There's gonna be no mutes to stop any drones making their way in. But Amphi will be there to help stall out the wall for as long as possible. Hibana swapped to Tyler, so I expect big garage plays. The real question is, are we playing with this hatch open for any flanks? Does look like Scopus wants to set up there. As the dining hatch, it remains soft. Interesting choice. Main double door has been shot open. Paladin on the top floor roam. Arendelle as well. Trying to play very aggressively. Making sure that the City Boys will have to work for it. They do know the hatch is open, so they're going to be wary of flanks. As Arendelle is looking to find any unsuspecting players, and he loses it out to Arendelle. Or, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Trax wins against Arendelle. Got my names mixed up again. Trax very happy on that Deimos. As we also get all the wide angles opened up. Zequelin, meanwhile, on the top floor. And Amphi taking out Tyler. That is the Hibana gone. Big garage player gone. Paladin. A little bit trapped here on this. Ooh, with the beautiful pings. Is he going to know that he's down? He does. Looking for the player, and there we go. That is Trax knocked out. Really interesting where those yellow pings came from. I think, did he just forget to shoot the solar camera? Great intel. Meanwhile, though, Nickel Pickle getting the pick onto Paladin, who I think was trying to swap over, but Amphi C4 are going to clean him up. Man advantage continuing for the Tachanka Disciples right now. Tanks knows that someone is hanging out here on the little breach. As Amphi is looking for a flank. Oh, we get a lot of intel here. Some floor banging. It's not really going to find anything as Amphi takes out Tanks, who runs straight into his arms. And the soft hatch coming into play now. Zequelin has no real way to enter, because everything is covered. All that Tachanka Disciples have to do is just sit still and figure out where Zequelin wants to enter Takes a bit of damage from Silent holding a pixel. And what's he going to be able to do? The hatch is open. He's going to have to try to do something with this. As he's holding what he can, but it's 20 seconds left, and Amphi wants this pick. He knows where the player is and swings it and gets it. Another round for Tachanka's Disciples. 4-6. It's not over yet. They will have to make sure that they win these next 2 defensive rounds. They are swapping to kitchen dining, which, to be fair, if your bar game's defense did not work out, it's nice to see a kitchen dining come out as well. As we load up this next round, Paladin's going to be on the mute. Amphi on the Fenrir. I like the castle on the Fenrir pick. You can set up top floor. You can make it just an absolute mess for the City Boys to try to make their entry through. And then 2 beers with the bandit as well. Potentially there to deny those walls. Arendelle with all the intel too on the Valkyr.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
And so, another great site. Love kitchen dining. To get our foothold set up, we get the walls all set up. And I think we're gonna be leaving the bandit batteries up. We have Amphi running up to make sure to close the office walls. Again, you play kitchen dining just a little bit how you would play defending top floor, except, you know, you can always retreat to the other floor once you get chased out of top. And the nice thing about attack choosing not to chase you out of top floor is it's all soft floors. You know, soft floors you can see the entirety of kitchen dining. So any worry in the world. We even have a couple holes here to make sure to cover the trophy hop-in. And where is the push coming from? It looks like it's all the way from the other side. As we see attack pressing forward. And oh, Silent takes a tiny bit of damage. It was a touch slow getting that window, but does get it eventually. Nickel Pickle wanting to make a fast entry into library. As the players are trying to get all of their gear set up. Finally, we get the cameras set up. It looks like 2 Beers wants to be tricking the wall. These tracks potentially looking to make their way into office. We got more drones coming in. We got players spotted out. Tyler is hunting for Silent. Amphi also patiently waiting for people to just run into their sights. A couple drones getting shot. People getting spotted out. Trax is prone, looking for someone to run into his sights. We got— oh no! Amphi just standing there in the middle of the window. Tyler gets a free pick. Now Silent is looking a little bit worse for wear. They also know that 2 Beers is playing the support. Arendelle coming all the way up to support as well. Prone player from Trax having to back off right now as Arendelle gets 2 picks. Sadly missed that. Which suddenly makes this a lot worse for the City Boys. 4v2. Arendelle with the clutch just coming out up to support his teammates. And there's just no progress being made from the side of City Boys. They've lost any sort of hard breach they could have. And it's just Zequelin and Trax trying to find what they could. It does spot the head of Arendelle, though, so Trax does get a nice pick just proning and snaking along. But really, all Tachanka's Disciples have to do is just wait this out. We want to make sure the hatch is open as well. Trax is trying to make his way up. He will be spotted. Getting hit by the mute gadget. And who's he going to run into? Oh, gets shot a little bit by Paladin, who is hunting him. And catches him off guard, just swinging out. As Zequelin trying to make a play as well. But again, The timer just not working for the City Boys this time around. We've got Silent with a nice little vertical position here. And gets the final pick there. No worry whatsoever. Again, this is why if you don't have top floor control, entering into site, absolute nightmare. So we are 5-6. City Boys have one more chance to try to win this out in regulation, or we're going to be going to overtime. And where did Tachanka's disciples go? Well, nowhere yet. Does they opt for a timeout? Quite interesting, considering that they were the ones who were on the roll here. We'll have to see if this timeout gets them feeling any more comfortable. Just close this out. Or if it might cost them by knocking out their current momentum. But so far, as we see, Amphi on an absolute roll. 13-7. Very good player from Tachanka's disciples. Meanwhile, Tyler and Trax both very comfortable on City Boys on double digit kills. No one really underperforming on either of these teams. Everyone doing their part. As we go straight into Master and Office. Definitely not going to be replaying the bar game site. Looks like Tachanka's disciples decided that site was cursed for them. Will the City Boys be able to lock this in regulation, or are we going to overtime? Let's find out.
Being defused by attackers.
We've got the full setup again. Having to punch out all of the books here so we can get that bulletproof right in the bookcase. But it's okay. Amphi's got that figured out. It's all done. Castle. We got Silent on the castle getting all of the windows locked in.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Losing attack. I believe it looks like they've lost 2 drones already.
10 seconds to insertion.
But they will have confirmed the site. It does look interesting bathroom setup here with the double walls reinforced. You don't always see
Attackers
this.
are heading out to defuse the bomb.
I expect we're going to get a rotate in as well then, especially if you're playing the box this tight. You don't have to worry about the window, to be fair, once that wall is reinforced. As we have our players getting up onto the windows, stalling out. Tyler looking for an early pick. No one choosing to peek it. Oh, he saw Silent. Just barely survived that. A couple drones are going to be coming in to spot out these players. Tanks on the solar stairs are going to be spotting out Amphi. Paladin, only one really on any sort of roam. Trax is on. Oh, never mind. Arendelle as well on that roam. Just playing below trophy. And catches Nickel Pickle off guard. That was a missed drone. They lost. Unfortunate to that. Meanwhile, Amphi taking a lot of damage from Tyler, who gets him through the double window. Just letting him play here for free. It's a little bit risky. Arendelle, though, getting another pick as he escapes. Tyler dropping down, finding Arendelle, and we are back to a 3-3. Man, this is just ones going off. 1v1, v1, v1. Tyler's going to see if he can make anything happen on the solar window. Looks to be a full rotate to the solar side. Zequelin getting onto the double window on Master. There is intel on Silent playing in the box. There's a lot of cover right now from all of these players. Tyler's looking to find some sort of entries, swings in. Trax walking up blue. Silent knows that Tyler is playing. Ooh, nades. He has to back away, and the hatch opens up the window. Comes in clutch. Zequelin getting the pick onto Silent. Meanwhile, 2 beers going down as well. It's all to Paladin, who is in bathroom. Looks like a City Boys round, and it will be as Trax walks in from behind. Castle not looking the right way. And we've got a 7-5 victory. Looked like we'd almost be going to overtime, but City Boys pulling through at the end there. Very, very nice performance. Tyler absolutely cleaning up that last round as we will rotate over back to Tachanka's Disciples versus City Boys. We are TBI League Season 4 in Week 7. Previously, City Boys won Chalet, which was Tachanka's Disciples' map pick. They won it 7-5. They did have to work for it towards the end, but they did close it out in regulation. And now we are going over to City Boys map pick Clubhouse. It's me, Mary Berry, casting today, and I've got a co-caster for map too. Hi, Chipper.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I really wanted to play in this game, but if I could be here during the stream, I can be at least a little more informed than the Twitch stream, so I kind of get a little bit of insight watching over my team like this.
All right, and yeah, we are seeing the Mira and the Maverick ban to start us off. Looking like Tachanka's Disciples don't want to deal with any sort of shenanigans with the wall being opened. Considering they did have trouble with the Mav opening just holes in the walls last time on Chalet. I'm not surprised that they chose to ban that. Ace following up as well. Very common ban.
Yeah, the 2-borough ban from City Boys speaks to that exact same level of slowness that there was on Chalet. I only got to see their attacking half, so I only got to see that it was some rough attacks, especially as they were trying to close things out because they want to make that as smooth as possible going into their map choice.
And we are going to be starting off gym bedroom. This is typically, I think, one of the preferred starting sites. But again, I feel like Clubhouse is one of those maps where you could really start on any site except for bar. And then you'll be fine.
Yeah, you have to win 3 sites, so you can start on any of the 3 on club. And typically you're going to look at it and say this is going to be defender favored. You're going to pick up 4 or 5 rounds if you're playing 2 good teams against one another.
Yeah, we're seeing a pretty standard setup here in gym bedroom at the moment. The standard extension to CC cache, very common. Thinking there, I don't know if there's a shield that's going to be set up here. Usually, yeah, there we go. I think Sound's coming over here to set up the shield. I think usually you want to be opening the middle of the wall and reinforcing just the one right here on the right.
Yeah, the one adjacent to
Yeah.
the
But round has started, and immediately we've got Trax on the Deimos. We've actually seen Trax very effective on this Deimos before. Doesn't find any unsuspecting toes just yet. Zequelin going for the windows. I know Tanks is ready for it, but I think he just wants to smack them open. Asks for a gun to be ready in case someone's peeking them. But no worries.
Yeah, no players playing in that CC, so nobody's swinging that window for the sledge.
We are not protected.
Yeah, as we're simply waiting right now. It does look like they're trying for a pretty straightforward push just through the windows. Tyler has also top main window open, just in case might catch anyone off guard. He does know that 2 Beers is playing on the staircase, but he decides he prefers to be out of there. So Ampy's actually
almost killing the player on the breach there. Had to run away.
Oh, a couple quick fights coming in. Zequelin taking out Arendelle. 2 Beers trying his best to trick Paladin, shooting out some players. Again, this is a 4v3 now. Very fast. It just looked like chaos for a second there.
Yeah, one player just dropped. Why can I not think of that hatch? Straight into next to site and ended up dying alone. But there was cover for it. Just able to get the pick onto the players in cash. Another player going to drop Waji hatch. and they have the crossfire on Khan, but they have no real control to have this tower position.
Yeah, Paladin just casually waiting in cash, seeing if he can get any picks against Tyler, but, you know, neither of them really finding any sort of entry. Trax trying to make their way in. Actually, this Nickel Pickle has hopped into the bedroom. He's looking for these players, and he wins it against Tubius? He almost missed him.
Reload.
And suddenly, it
Yeah,
is
no, now
Paladin.
Ace is in sight.
And Silent is all alone. He is off-site. He does not know where this defuser has gone down. He's going to have to try to win this 1v3 all on his own.
Yeah, most likely not going to be able to pick up the Wamai. Spots the player to his left.
Finds
Take him
one.
down.
Finds another. Can he find the last one? He gets a little bit stunned there in the smoke. Tyler was prone, waiting for him, but Tyler has since moved on to Cash. And the timer is just not in favor of Silent. He has to try to get this defuse down. I know, dancing between each other.
He can't get this kill and defuse.
Yeah, it's over. He does not have the time. Tyler finishing up the round.
Yeah, great discipline there from Tyler, not getting too aggressive early in the diffuse timer, allowing the time to run down, and just letting the defender do the work against himself.
Yeah, very, very good attacking start from the City Boys. It really didn't look like they had the advantage, especially early round, but then that patience paid off, and they managed to find the picks that they needed to push into sight.
Yeah, because of the pincer that they had on Cash, they were unable to rotate through Logi or back through construction, and so all the site players just had to end up taking ones, and City Boys won out more of them. Nickel Pickle surprisingly pointing out the fight on the player he didn't see at first.
Yeah, honestly, that was a fight Nickel Pickle really should not have won, but you know what? I guess Bandit was just a little bit sleepy as well.
Yeah, ends up getting the kill there and ends up being a pivotal play in the round. If that player is still in sight, then Trax has to go out of his way to finish off the player bathroom. Instead, they're able to get Case down, Nickel Pickle, and one other ends up dying in the post plant, but it ends up being worth it as
10 seconds to go.
Tyler was the last one remaining.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Those look like we're getting some thorns thrown all around the Logi hatch drop. They definitely don't want any players doing that again to them.
That's a smart adaptation. Traps are often the meta of defenders this time of the meta. Even though there is attacker repick, there's not too much you can do unless you have, 10 nades on your side.
Looks like Tyler and Tanks both holding this main stair position. Tubius deciding to stay relatively safe. He does need to blow that pipe before it really starts working against him. A couple more nades gonna come in, as it looks like Trax is gonna try to support, I think, someone getting the wall open, but Nickel Pickle's busy covering CC. They're trying to call him over now.
Starting shock drone.
As we are going to be playing this waiting game. Nade's going to be coming in. The wall is going to be open. And so...
This time they're changing up how their attack is forming. They started last time going Clat and then dropping the Logi hatch. This time choosing to go largely from a...
Tyler walking up. And if he cleaning up the kill does expose himself to Logi a little bit. He's a sliver of health now.
Yeah, with main beach being open, I'm surprised he was able to live.
Yep. Trax getting Tubius through the floor. He was busy prone, and it looks like the drops are coming out. Nickel Pickle actually taken out by Amphi. And oh no! Trax trying to get the prone onto Arundel, but Arundel had the gunfight in his favor. Suddenly, this attack looking so much worse.
Yeah, both players that were on the Logi hatch just Finding out last minute that they're just
What? What? How did Silent not get him in the shotgun the first try? What is this? I don't know what that play was. Zekelin knocking out Amphi, I think. Was that a claymore or something? With
I don't
oh, was
know.
that a
Might have
down?
downed a player with a nade.
Yeah. That's a good point. Zekelin's patience almost paying off. They would have taken off Arendel's head. But he is
Yes,
losing
quite
time.
two good players in a crossfire.
Yeah. Though Zekelin is in a position to just take some ones now if he plays this right. As he spots out Silent, but it doesn't matter as the pre-fire ends up taking him out.
Yeah, Rate of Fire ends up winning that battle for Silent.
Just
Able to get the pre-fire down and able to win upstairs for the first time.
Alright. And that means we will have to move away from gym bedroom. We are instead going to be going into the basement. Church. Oh, never mind. Top floor again. CC Cash. They decided they don't want to go to the basement just yet.
Switch last second. They do bring the main power ups that are needed. Some catcher, Azami, Bandit, and Mel is their choice of intel slash trap operator that you typically see on the site. You might see a castle as well. Try and prevent some lines of sight.
Yeah, right now, it does look like they're going all in on just utility catch
Attackers need to
operators. And we got
locate
both
and defuse as
Jaeger
many bombs as
and
they
Wamai
can.
picked out. I suspect one of them is going to be committing all the way over here on rafters, especially with the Azami. I wonder if, yes, Silent or one of them. Usually we're gonna toss someone up here onto rafters. As Wamai and Azami head both to get the big garage walls. Again, this oftentimes CC Cache is one of those sites that feels very checklisty because, you know, you got to bring can openers to get the garage wall open. You got to get someone to open the main wall. Usually you either get this window or, you know, there's multiple ways to clear this wall. And you typically will just see a push that goes through garage and opens up the outside wall.
Yeah, in Siege, you often see phases of how you attack Clubhouse. This site was the third pick for a while, just because there was so much utility where you can open Logi Hatch, you can open Con single, you can up flat wall, you can open um, through garage wall, you can open through garage single. So there's just so many options for the attack when dealing with this site, and so it goes in and out of favor as attacker repick is a very powerful tool.
Oh, wall is gonna be. There's no wait. Two Piers runs through the gunfire of his teammate. How does he survive that? That's insane.
Yeah, the fuse charges just land right on his forehead, and he still somehow stays alive.
Meanwhile, Tanks wanting to put some pressure onto the Raptors player.
Yeah, garage wall is still closed, so if they want to deal with this Raptors player, they're gonna need some util to come from a different place.
Yeah, Tanks is gonna start pushing their way up. He does have to contend with the barbed wire taking off a little bit of his health, and Silent not quite ready for the gun to be pulled out. This is how you should be playing Monty. You know, you gotta still be able to pull out your gun, otherwise the defenders will not respect you. Two Beers, meanwhile, knocked out from tracks as well. Finally a flank, though. But Arundel punished. The Flores drone's coming in. I honestly don't know. I may have been incorrect on exactly what went down there. Plant is going down, though, and Tyler does have... Or Zekelin has this cover. Plant was stopped, but it's all up to Amphi to try to stop these players now. As Tyler hops in, Zekelin's on the window spraying flashes down. Amphi has to make some sort of play here and is not ready for Zekelin, just crouching on the window, just waiting.
Yeah, attackers have so many means of getting to that player rafters that all of the attention was taken off the Monty, and the Monty was able to end up getting that free kill. The TK tracks has been confirmed.
Alright, alright.
So unfortunately, the defenders only getting 3 kills in the round instead of, or sorry, 2 kills in the round instead of 3,
And now
trying
we
to
are getting...
reduce some of the stat padding for the defense.
We're gonna be getting rid of the Hibana and the Kaid. The Hibana, I'm suspecting then, yeah, we are going all the way to the basement. That way, without that Hibana, you are forced to use the can openers.
Yeah,
Unless you want to
can't
burn
go back to
the...
gym bedroom quite yet.
Yeah. Unless you want to burn the thermite charges, but usually since, especially Kitchen Hatch is gonna be impact tricked. I suspect, you know, you don't want to deal with Hibana just tossing 2 pellets happily along and burning all of your impacts right away.
Yeah, with the Mav down and the Cade down, it's going to be more of a battle of who can have more patience on the hatches,
Defenders, protect your
or if
bombs from
somebody
being
can
defused by
backstab while
attackers.
that is occurring, either a flank or somebody just walking through dirt, something along those lines from either the attack or defense to break up how the round develops.
Yep. I like Paladin on the Scopos.
Attackers have located a
It
bomb.
does give them some more roam ability, where Paladin could very easily just get stuck into some tiny corner and then just escape. As it looks like, again, a
10
pretty
seconds
standard
left.
basement setup. We've got all the hatches done. I think Paladin might need to get the stock hatch.
5
This is the
seconds
only one
remaining.
that's left.
Yeah, he has plenty of time. There's
Yeah.
no real
Attackers are heading out to
ability
defuse
for
the
the
bomb.
attackers to end up
Attackers
killing
dropped the
that
diffuser.
player.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
As he decides to run all the way upstairs. We do have a Deimos though, so if Paladin was detected, Deimos, Trax will have a pretty easy time hunting him down. We have both Snake and Deimos, actually.
Yeah, so all first floor know to be clear, but they don't know if upstairs is fully clear.
Yeah,
They have
Trax.
not spotted the Scopos either, so Deimos is not able to track the Scopos.
Yeah. Trax just gun up, waiting, while Paladin just hanging out here in bedroom. Lion ping comes out, Scopos just casually waiting. Gotta make sure that all of these rafters are clear. And Nickel Pickle actually on the hunt too. Wait, these are all roam clears. What is this team setup? This is so interesting.
Yeah, it's not something I've seen
Yeah.
before, but he was able to transition back into the basement for now.
But yeah,
Jackal unable
who's...
seeing the Scopos, so
Tank is the only one with a
not
hard
yet.
breach gadget too. Yeah, they're gonna spot... They're gonna spot the
Nickel
Scopos in the
Pickle.
gym. I think Nickel Pickle's waiting potentially for someone to swap out, but I don't think Paladin is gonna be doing that. Yeah, and there we go.
Yeah.
Gets shot out. But
Yeah, the
that
City
does...
Boys attacking from multiple angles right now, but it's cost them almost 2 minutes on that roam clear. They have all roam clear ops, but no real execute ops.
Ooh, a little bit of gunfire coming out. Those Ampy. Nickel Pickle actually getting a pick onto Paladin though. That Scopo's finally down.
I don't know where that pick came from. Oh, probably
It
Moto.
was down main,
But yeah,
yeah.
they are slowly enclosing the fight on all angles. They're gonna have to find their ones. As 45 seconds left, Arendelle able to take down Tyler on that lion, who I believe was trying to walk down oil.
Ooh, Moto Hatch was the one chosen to be opened as Equalin is dropping in. He is looking for the players here. Arendelle bending Church, trying to keep it fully locked in. Swinging
Only
out!
20 seconds, and all of the intel in the world, the defense doesn't really have to do much.
Yeah.
Attack able to get suddenly 2 picks back though. One traded back, does not know one is on his rotate, gets killed by the shotgun. Has to run through and take one individual gunfight with both of these remaining players. Doesn't know there's a player behind him and gets shot by blue. Tachanka's disciples even things up 2-2.
Yeah. The basement play was the one to go for for Tachanka's disciples.
Yeah, with that win in the 4th round, they cannot go back to that until they go into overtime. So we'll have to see how they adapt upstairs to not lose Jim or CC once again.
Yeah, they did manage to defend Jim successfully once, so they potentially have an idea of how they want to keep playing it. But if they do win it, that does mean we're gonna have to see a hopefully successful DC defense. At least they want it to definitely be successful.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a
You probably
defender
don't. You're
favorite
biased, right?
I am a little biased,
As
but
a
I also
Mr. City
do.
Boys, yeah, player.
Yeah, me and Tyler both have .oxg in our name. We're both goats of our own right.
Look at that.
I do favor City
Look at that.
Boys.
I like these thorn
Very-
setups. Just hide them
Yeah,
right by the printer.
One may not take out both of those either, so
Yeah, they have
it
nice
requires a
little,
lot more use.
nice defensive setup. So, for this flame pipe, should we be shooting this out right at the start of the round? Because I feel like,
That's what I do.
yeah,
I play
2
Castle
beers
normally on this
always-
site, and that's what I do immediately.
yeah. Because I feel like 2 beers sometimes like it gets us a bit late. I think it's more effective if you knock it out immediately, so you can keep tricking if you really
It
wanted
also
to.
can destroy a bandit charge if you shoot
Ah,
it too late.
yeah.
So if he goes to destroy it again right before they go for the wall,
We
he
have
just destroys one of his batteries for free.
change in setup here. The wall of the CC actually staying soft. Instead, we have an
I don't know why he was just holding a nade at his
Yeah.
teammate there for a second.
Oh, Paladin gets a pick onto the
Uh-oh.
tracks. Unfortunately, we missed that. I think he got a little bit too cocky just walking in as the hatches are gonna get. Oh! Oh, what's this? What's this? Let's go.
There's all of the thorn traps in the world here, and
Yeah.
they are all about to die.
Insanity.
They get picked somehow.
Yeah. We swap out. It's all Tyler though. You know, a couple picks coming in, but not quite enough. Tyler trying to win this 1v3 since there's no way he'll be able to safely pick up Zeppelin.
Yeah, one player watching his con, one player top main stairs, able to just swing in and get the free pick.
Yeah, I don't even know what that death or that finish window was. Okay. It must have been a
It
down
was
and
from, I
then,
believe,
yeah.
a thorn down, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, but it does leave Tachanka's disciples looking at having to win a CC cash defense.
Yeah, I went into this saying that the defenders will take the majority of the rounds. Z-Boys did pick up 2 of the first 3 rounds to start off this, but they have cooled off since. So we'll have to see if their attacking style is still going to be just as potent in the the later half of this attack.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It does look like we are playing a little bit differently. The third defensive ban
Switched
was
the Jaeger
Kaid.
for the mute.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kaid not really gonna be that impactful here anyways with this ban onto CC. We're gonna be seeing 2 beers continuing to bandit trick. Or at least try to bandit trick this wall. Yeah.
10 seconds left before insertion.
We've got the fuse and the floors there to help clear out
5
this
seconds to
wall ASAP. So we'll have to see how effective 2 beers is gonna be. He did play very dangerously last time and somehow survived. So I'd be surprised if that continues.
Yeah, we'll have to see if the attack is going to be as aggressive as they were before, with the fuse straight on the wall and Monty walking straight up the garage staircase all by himself.
Paladin is below here, actually joined by Arundel, who's setting up right behind the motorcycles. A lot of pressure here on the garage,
this time
making
if they
it
try
hard.
and push all by themselves, it's going to result in a free 1vx for the
Ooh.
defense.
Nade's coming in against 2 beers. He's gonna try to keep this locked in. The smokes come in. And he will not be able to escape as finally Tyler's explosives find him. Now the wall is open.
Now
Arendelle...
Garage's power position is going to be weaker with them being unable to rotate back up Garage stairs.
Yeah, Nickel Pickle making sure to knock out all of those Kiba barriers. Again, a ton of pressure here. Trax managing to take out Silent in the meanwhile as well. As Arendelle goes down, just everyone falling from the side of Tachanka's Disciples. It's Amphi and Paladin to try to make something happen. As Amphi does manage to pick one up, trying to walk up rafters, but the plant is down. Paladin is trying to push forward, but again, there's Zequelin just happily waiting on this window. Doesn't have to worry about anything. Everyone's just hanging out. Zequelin finally going down, but Tanks pulls out his pistol. Again, very useful. Amphi needs to find something, needs to make something happen as the players all swing him. But that's the round for City Boys.
City Boys once again able to clear and win that upstairs PC DAC. I don't know why I was going to say defense. And we do
It's
switch
okay.
sides
They're going to defense now, so close enough.
Yeah, close.
Yeah, right? It's fine. It's fine. Anyways. Mira, Ace Band, classic bands. I feel like I see Mira, Ace Band as the first picked bands, like, almost all the time.
Yeah, in TBI League, it's going to be pretty often those bands. Those are the default bands. Nobody's really had forever to work together as a team, so you're typically going to fall into your default bands.
Yep. And then the Maverick and the Azami. You gotta make sure that no one's gonna be able to set up those really annoying Kiba barricades. Right from the start. As we start, gym bedroom. Who do we have? Bandit, Mute, Jaeger, Castle, Aruni. Very standard lineup for the bedroom. Again, you're almost never gonna see a gym bedroom site without at least the castle and then one wall denial, most commonly the bandit.
Yeah, Castle is normally my role, Nickel Pickle subbing in for me, so it is basically a one-to-one of how our team would look with me in it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So we do see the Jaeger as the...
Yeah, you see, the pipe is actually popped first right here as well. Nice and early.
I cannot think of what Jaeger and Lemire all of a sudden.
Just
not wall
utility.
denial.
Yeah, just utility
What is it
denial.
called?
I don't know.
There's a specific
Throne
word for
utility
it.
denial.
Yeah, projectile something.
Yeah. So get the walls closed up. 10 seconds left to try to get any of these walls closed. Looks like our City Boy is not going to extend as deep into CC. No, okay, it's getting done right now. Is anyone going to get an early pick against Tanks? Because he is getting this wall very late. Alright, Tyler does get away with it. No one punished, as Tanks is just deep in rafters. Everyone actually on the side of City Boys here.
Yeah, not to give too much of our scrapbook away, but we do typically like to extend to this rafters position every once in a while. It allows us to kind of pinch some of these plat players that maybe...
Tanks wants this pick, and he finds Arendelle. He's looking for the other, and he finds Paladin as well! The aggression paying off. Dropping into Oil Pit, gonna get away safely.
And that's the advantage of being able to have that extra position. When plat wall normally gets open, you're facing two directions. You're having to fight the players on plat wall, and you're having to fight the players behind you. But if you're able to hold the rafters position, then it forces them to have to also look two directions, and it wastes more time for the roam player.
Yeah, it does look like City Boys defense has also just set up the castle barricade on onto CC as well, so they don't have to worry about that. Rip to C4 is waiting for something, but all the players have actually rotated off.
It looks like the attack is in full switch mode to a completely different attack.
Yeah, Nickel Pickle in position to try to cover the hatch drop. We have a bit of a standoff going on. Two Beers wanting to drop in. And here goes the drop. Oh, tracks kicking off. Silent and gets 2 Beers as well, just spraying through the wall. Amphy's all alone. He got left behind, staying on the top of the hatch. Now he's all lonely. Nothing he can do, really. Except try to...
That 1v4, 50
Yeah.
seconds left. It is definitely going to be... You ain't us in
Yeah.
the chat.
I mean, to be fair, City Boys were also shut down on their attempt to full hatch drop. As it's just patient. Tyler wants to go swing. Zekelin wants to swing. They're waiting, though. They're waiting for that timer to go down, which is probably smart, you know? Gotta force Amphy to move.
Yeah, even if they do give up the kills, at least he can't clutch the round out.
Yeah. And Tyler cleaning it up.
Taken off.
There you go, just peeking. Oh, wow. I say it didn't look like a headshot to me, but you know, whatever the game says.
Yeah, we have to hail to our Ubisoft boards on that one.
Ubi,
I thought for a second they were
company.
going first floor, and I was about to yell.
That would be truly crazy. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a single bar defense on Clubhouse, which
Especially
for a
with
good
sub,
reason.
I don't think that's smart.
Yeah. Like, I feel like you only do that when you're close to like a 6-0 where you just troll at that point. But man.
Yeah. They're gonna choose to go upstairs instead.
Yeah. Will they be able to defend CC Cash any better than Tachanka's Disciples? Since Tachanka's Disciples did lose both of their attempts defending it.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused
Yeah,
by
we see
attackers.
tracks on the Soulless. He likes to play quite a lot, but not something that is integral to every round. We do see 3 walls
Yeah, we got Bandit, Kaid, none of these walls are getting opened, and then Tubit out to stall everything out.
And no zombie, so Raptors is going to be a different beast to deal with as the defense.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting since
5 seconds to insertion.
who's gonna dedicate themselves to Raptors? It's gonna be scary without having a single catcher either.
Defuse a bomb.
Wait,
Yeah,
what do I see? What do I see? Wait. Spawn peek? Are we gonna get it successful? I feel like players are aware. Alright, Trax has to give it up. But Monty is spotted by tanks. He is not gonna be quite as effective as he wants. C4 coming out. Where do we have our players?
Damage from, I think it was an impact? Yeah, an impact.
Yeah.
Track.
That was a good amount of damage against a shield there with the impact.
Yeah, just threw it right behind his back while he was standing on the door frame.
Yeah. We got a bit of a rotation from the team. They're looking to go for the window here as Two Beers needs to find some way to start putting pressure on to Nickel Pickle. I think he's gonna start getting chased off. The wall is electrified. They did not get the right wall open. Oh no, I think they're too slow for this now. I think Nickel Pickle might be able to recover. No, we got the flames here. Capital's flames to help out. All right, it was recovered. We got the wall open. Never mind. Never mind. It's frozen.
Device activated.
all of this
I do
stalled.
spot the legs of the Monty just
Yeah.
barely, but I don't think they're gonna be able to kill this Monty. I think that this player is a little bit screwed. As
Oh
he's
no,
able to just have no bullets in his gun and still.
Tanks doesn't care. He's just whipping out the knife and is like, look, we're just gonna knife fight a shield now.
He knows the players left of this doorway as well. Probably feeling pretty warm and on fire right now as two players are swinging him. And he's still not giving this up.
Got a bit of a prone play. Tyler waiting. Spotted the head, moves around, gets the kill anyways.
Yeah, Tyler and Tanks with this incredible defense in the garage.
Tyler is waiting. He's waiting. And Tyler gets another for his collection.
Tanks and Tyler with all 5 kills in the round of flawless defense. And they answer the question of can they defend CC with a emphatic yes.
Yeah, I feel like they just sat in rafters and they had a party. No problems whatsoever.
Yeah, he had no bullets in his gun and he still said, you know what, I'm gonna fight this Monty. I don't care if they swing the door on me.
And so we get to go to basement. 3-5 in favor of City Boys. They are looking very confident, very comfortable, and targeting those regulation 3 points. They just have to win 2 more defensive rounds.
They only need 1 round to be guaranteed into the playoffs as well, because the best
Defenders,
that
protect your
Tachanka's
bombs from being
disciples can
defused
do
by attackers.
is 8 points, and City Boys will be ahead by 9 points if they get that point.
Oh. So
So
they're...
this is massive for Tachanka's disciples. They need to win in regulation in order to stay in the
Bomb
playoffs.
located by attackers.
They can't lose a single further attack. This is an elimination game, then.
Yeah, if Tachanka's
10 seconds
disciples are able to win things in regulation, they will get 3 points on the day.
5
City Boys
seconds
will
to
get
go.
3 points on the day. And then it will be in the hands of City Boys next week, who
Attackers'
are up by
objective is to
5
defuse a
points,
bomb.
to get a singular point to keep themselves in the playoffs.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Tachanka's disciples would have to get 6 points next week, and City Boys would have to get 0 points in order for Tachanka's disciples to have a chance at the playoffs.
Tyler playing very aggressively here in Stockroom. He wants a pick. He knows people are hanging out. It's waiting when they're most vulnerable. And there's 2 people on the rappel. If Tyler peeks here, it's in a very good spot. Door open. He's looking for people. The rappels. Yeah. Oh, and finally he gets 2. It took him a while to find them, but that is both Paladin and Tuviers knocked out the Thatcher and the Hibana. No one covering their doorway. He's looking for another one, but Arendelle will shut him down.
DMR
But
versus
Trax-
DMR, the attacker wins.
Oh man, Trax is here too. Arendelle v Trax. They're holding pixels against each other. Trax right now ahead on points, but Amphi managing to cut him off at the end.
Yeah, a little too thirsty for
3-3.
the kill.
Yep.
That's 3 players swing upstairs for no reason.
And we've got Nickel Pickle a little bit too aggressive there. He also gets picked off. Suddenly, what looked like a free round for the City Boys is leaving them in a man deficit. Again, this is still attacking basement, so it's going to be hard for Arendelle, Amphi, and Silent to find that opening they need. But, you know, it always helps when you've got the man advantage, you know?
Yeah,
Tace is
no,
just waiting.
If it wasn't completely unfair to talk in game chat, I would tell them, you only need 1 round for playoffs, guys. Stop.
Sorry, coach can't chat to the team.
I can't chat to the team, so
Oh no. Zeklin waiting with the shotgun. He will be shut down right now, but the shotgun coming out, it doesn't matter. Silent knocks him out. That was so awkward. That really could have gone either way for these teams. It really looked like City Boys would have taken that point, but it's not over. Tachanka's disciples know that they got to keep fighting. The next set of bands.
Tachanka's disciples have all in the world to fight for, but they have nothing to lose. So they are going to go down swinging. They win that round, even though they lose the 2 opening picks.
Yeah, honestly, absolute insanity that they pull this off. It is
Yeah, that's just City Boys getting a little too over aggressive. There are 3 players rotating middle of the round.
That is true.
Like it wasn't completely unnecessary, but definitely very aggressive from especially Nickel Pickle. No offense, he was subbed in for me for a reason. We should not be the one. We should not be the one on the roam like that.
All right, as we are sitting waiting for everything to load in, we're going to be going back to gym bedroom. This was very handily defended by City Boys. They had a very confident victory here.
Yeah, but it was almost entirely reliant on the hatch drop. If the hatch drop goes differently, it could have been a 3v2 in favor of Count Disciples, and the round could have gone very, very different.
Yeah, we do get general similar setup here. Again, nothing super fancy whenever you're setting up gym bedroom. It's got everyone knows the setup for it, but it's good for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, I believe it's the #1 preferred site in Pro League.
Yep.
Even though I think that basement is a better site overall, it is very difficult because you need to have somebody who is good at roaming and who can vary it. Because you cannot just do the same thing over and over again as a defense.
Ooh, it looks like we're gonna go direct jacuzzi now. Tank's taking a sliver of damage, potentially just friendly fire. But
might have been through the drone hole.
Oh, that's true, that's true. Fast jacuzzi attack is what I'm seeing.
Position device.
Tanks is actually far away. If they get this wall fast. But Tanks is running back. The wall is going. Is Paladin just gonna get jacuzzi open for free? Trax is waiting to take a fight right on the breach. No one really peeking him right now. And we have a bit of fire from Tyler actually trying to get any sort of unsuspecting player from the garage side. Two Beers holding the
Boys just playing a little ratty right now in their positioning.
Yeah, see teams rotating around. Tyler looking to get onto highway potentially, but meanwhile, Track's going down. Pick from Paladin. Thermite, he's made it all the way into the bathroom.
Really in sight, yeah.
And oh no, Zeklin getting bullied. Tanks behind the bomb though. He might be able to catch someone off guard as Tyler goes down. Never mind, Tanks also goes down. Nickel Pickle is all alone off site. Is this gonna be a flawless round for Tachanka's disciples? Nickel Pickle making his way up, and it'll be a flawless round for Tachanka's disciples. So 2 flawlesses in this game. 1 from City Boys, and now it was Tachanka's disciples' turn. 5-5.
Yeah, Tachanka's disciples very well could keep this out of City Boys' hands for now and have to wait until next week to see what ends up happening.
Yeah, this is...
They apparently do not like the Blackbeard, but they did not ban the Blackbeard in their final ban, so...
You know, you could have banned out the Blackbeard. You left it up. Alright. And so, CC Cash. This was won very handily by the
Yeah, this was the other
powerhouse
flawless
in
in this half.
in a warehouse, but are the Chocolate Disciples gonna let that happen again? I feel like at that point, just give up on Rafters and maybe do a con attack instead, you know?
Yeah, the positioning not impervious, but with the two players' guns firing very accurately, it
Attackers have
is very
discovered the
difficult.
location of a bomb.
It also helped that the wall stayed completely closed on the garage side too, because that's what enabled the position behind motorcycle. Or you could just sit here, no problems whatsoever. But we also have the Kaid ban, so it should be easier to get garage walls open.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Yeah, they did choose to enter through, I believe it was
5
front
seconds to
door
insertion.
to try and deal with that position, but Lounge was not
Attackers' objective is
the
to defuse
avenue,
the
and
bomb.
the kill still ended up going into, I
Yeah.
believe, Tyler's hand.
Ooh, early fight going on here. Not gonna go any players away just yet. I think that was Trax taking the fight. He's spraying the windows. He wants kills. And it does look like the Chocolate Disciples may have taken my recommendation. Oh no! Paladin getting caught out. Oh, this is crazy. Yeah. Paladin is looking and does find Trax in the end.
Yeah, he knows Trax is there. Trax trying to get the advantage in the fight, but just does not have it.
Yeah, we have the intel that it will be a con take.
Bandit.
Yeah.
Well, no point or bandit, so this con take should be much easier for the attack.
Amphi just...
They have the Blackbeard once again as well.
Yeah, Amphi comfortably on the flank, but now we've got all of the tracks as well to support. I don't think there's any C4s on the side of City Boys either to take advantage of trying to shoot them through this wall.
Yeah, 2 barbed wire in pocket for some reason.
Very interesting choice. We got Zequel in here right behind the box. Tyler getting chased out by nades. Actually, no one taking advantage of the nade chasing him out. That's a little bit unfortunate. Paladin getting another pick. Tanks hunting for him. As Tanks keeps taking damage, but he's got a lot of health left with that gun. Paladin slowly losing out on that war. There's a minute left.
Yeah, with this 3v5 and the shield, it's going to be very difficult for the attackers to get anything
Crossfire
done.
knocked.
One player in the hiding position, able to do a lot of damage, but not enough. Put down into the 2v4 now, as it's only the garage and the red position remaining. Blackbeard is dead, but Plant is able to go down on the soft wall, or on the hard wall that was breached, my bad.
Tyler has to swing this, and he's not going to be able to find it in time. If Two Beers takes his head off, it's all up to Tanks in a 1v4, and it's not going to happen. A Silent cleans it up. We are 1 point away now from the Tachanka's Disciples taking it.
Yeah, they are fighting to stay alive. They are fighting for the ability to win 6-0 in their next game.
Yeah. Oh, man. Basement next. And this, if I remember correctly, basement was a little bit weird for City Boys. This was actually where the downfall happens. They got a little bit overconfident. They got 2 very early picks, very effective picks onto the Hard Breacher and the Thatcher. And then, unfortunately, just kept swinging everyone onto Chunka's Disciples' side.
Yeah, they were up 5-3 at that point. Now they are down 5-6. They need to rely on some of that aggression that got them those early picks, but also balance it with a late round ability to hold crossfires and have the players walk into those crossfires.
Yep. But yeah, basement, if they manage to get any sort of man advantage here, I suspect they're probably going to want to just hunker down and hold the crosses to win it out. Everyone setting up upstairs. Nice to see. Gonna see Zequelin maybe on a roam here, hunting down the drone from Two Beers.
5 seconds to go.
Yeah, once again, they're choosing to bring out this Blackbeard and this
attackers' objective is
Deimos,
to locate a bomb and defuse it.
which are both very powerful ops
Ari,
for the roam clear.
expect
Yeah.
And when you have man advantage, you do not want to be facing these ops
magnet deployed.
down a man.
Magnets ready.
Does look to be a fully bunkered defense at the moment, too. Everyone's
Yeah,
still
they're kind
setting
of
up
going
site.
too far in the opposite direction, but it could be in their favor, as if the attack takes too long to clear everything, it could force them into an awkward 5v5 execute with only 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, you really don't want to be Tachanka's disciples if that's where you get to. And only 2 players spotted out, but again, everyone is on their adventure in the basement hanging out. Tracks with a really nice pixel onto blue. But no one's pushing there right now. 2 beers. Taking a lot of early damage thanks to the Thorn gadget. Hatch was opened up, so you know what? Less to worry about there. Tyler is looking for anyone who might be peeking. 2 beers might just run into his crosshair. Thorn has been targeted. Oh man! 2 beers just walks slowly into those crosshairs. Paladin does know where Thorn is, but again, everyone's just on site. Hanging out on site. We're gonna make sure to blow the main stairs flames. Hatches have been open, but again, everyone on City Boy is playing patient right now, forcing the Tachanka's disciples to come to them. As Arendelle gets hit by another Thorn gadget. Again, these Thorn gadgets so annoying. It's all...
Yeah, once again, City Boys have the driver, or are in the driver's seat, and they take down one more, so it's a 3v5 for Tachanka's disciples. This is the round they need to win. They have the nades to clear out the position, and they will. Arendelle still is up, but in the man disadvantage, has to face crossfire potentially, which will be deadly to anyone, especially Shield, who has their back exposed.
Oh. Do know the players are playing in the back. Arendelle taking a lot of damage. Amphi trying to find anyone. Tanks hunting for them. I'm gonna be pushing down main. A silent drops church. He might be looking the wrong way as he gets shot by Trax, who actually loses the gunfight. Amphi in another fight against tanks. Does manage to pick him up, gets the crossfire. Zequelin and Tyler, the last players up, and it'll be enough! City Boys taking it to OT and claiming their victory.
City Boys are guaranteed in the playoffs now. Sucks that I'm not there with them, but I am here casting. So now they are playing for their pride, even though points will matter for seeding. It is just more pride on the line. It's Tachanka's disciples. My condolences. They are knocked out. I did not do the math wrong this time. Last week I did the math wrong, thinking that this week was the last week. So I told 2 teams that they were in playoffs when they really weren't.
We've still got a couple games to go.
Yes.
But I bet City
now
Boys are
Group
going to be
A
feeling...
is secured.
Yeah.
Group B still has a lot more animosity.
Oh, alright,
That's
alright.
the right word.
A lot more combat going on then.
Yes. Points are much closer together.
Defenders,
Unfortunately, the
protect your
2
bombs from
bottom
being
teams
defused by
in Group
attackers.
A are now solidified to count as disciples, and I don't remember the other team, I'm gonna be honest.
I cannot tell you. As I just
They have, I
cast.
think, 10 points?
Yeah.
I think they have 10 points. Let me check that real quick.
Alright. But the big
Alcoholic.
fight now is somewhat over. We'll see if
10
that
seconds
takes
to
any of the
insertion.
wind out of Tachanka's disciples' sails. As we
5
gotta
seconds
just
to
finish
insertion.
out the rest of this map.
Attackers are moving
I'm
out
sure
to
the City
locate a
Boys will
bomb
still
and
want to
defuse it.
get as many points as they can. It looks like our push is coming from a couple directions. We do have Arendelle still playing that Blackbeard shield. think Tanks was on the room. Though it does look like they've returned. Everyone on City Boys deciding to bunker up. No shenanigans on the roam anymore. They're gonna force Chunk Disciples to come to them.
Yeah, 3-3 and 3-3 for both halves. City Boys getting the defense could be beneficial, could be not beneficial. We'll have to find out as these rounds go along. It was 50-50, so it's just going to be a coin flip as to which team can win on their attacks.
Yeah, Amphi going for... Oh. Oh, Nickel Pickle getting a little bit too aggressive there again. As the flames will knock him out.
Yeah, the only C4 down as well. With this hunker strategy, you kind of want to have those extra C4 to be able to either deny plant or to get some vert kills to have the attackers. I don't remember the expression I was just about to say, but pretend it made sense.
Arendelle and Trex kind of in a standoff right now. Meanwhile, ooh, Paladin with the victory, just dropping down onto Twitch to confirm that. Zequelin
And
getting
very low HP
chased
player as well.
around. Tyler going around looking for the flank, but Tanks gets it in the meanwhile. The players have pushed into church, or at least have the church box control. Paladin taking out Tanks. It's all up to Zequelin and Tyler
they've largely
now.
given up sight. It's just one player blue and one player dirt now.
Yep. Oh, is he gonna spot the head? He does not spot the head.
He hops over the shield for no reason as well.
Yeah.
Almost dies by being vulnerable there for a second.
Yeah. Player is spotted. But again, we really just need to get Amphi somewhere convenient to plant, and then you just have to cover. Tyler does get
they just
Paladin.
need to walk into sight right now, but they're just giving 1v1s to these two defenders
They're just
remaining.
too scared.
They have the drone on the one defender inside of B. They know his positioning. They should be able to see his feet. They should be able to walk into sight now. They know the player's planting, but they're able to kill the diffuser. It's a 2v2 from a 4v2. Plant is going down, and it's going to be a 1v2 with only 10 seconds on the clock.
You're gonna have to start walking forward. As Silent doesn't know where to look. Plant goes down, but Two Beers has 1 HP. Gets intel on where the players are, but really, with the plant, like even with the plant down, it's gonna be hard for Two Beers to try to lock this in.
Yeah, Jerry is very, very low. He has to waste as much time as possible in this last bit of the round, but instead, he's going to get picked off, and City Boy has plenty of time to defuse. City Boys going to secure their first defense in overtime.
Oof, again,
And
maybe a sign of overconfidence there from Tachanka's disciples. You know, they had the man advantage and let it slip away from them. They really just needed to push site and plant earlier.
Yeah, they literally just needed a secondary shotgun that would have solved all of their problems to get the wall open without having to expose themselves to the player in blue. Instead, City Boys win their first defense in OT, and now Tachanka's disciples have to win their own defense in order for things to even up.
Yep. We'll see if it goes that far, or if the City Boys manage to clean it up in our second round of overtime. Does look like basement is the preferred site for a lot of these teams to start out in, as Chunk's disciples are also choosing to go there.
Yeah, like I said, basement is my personal favorite site, and I will never go against that.
Defenders,
It is a
protect your
very good
bombs from
site,
being
and it's
defused
going
by
to be
attackers.
difficult for City Boys to deal with it. If I remember correctly, I think that it was attempted once by Chunk of Disciples, and it was a dominant win for Chunk of Disciples with the Habana
Bomb
ban
located by attackers.
helping them out greatly.
Yes, I love the little lamp camera. Unfortunately, the lamp isn't rendering in my free cam view, so I guess we'll just have to not
10
see it.
seconds to go.
Because we'll chase
5 seconds
Scopos
remaining.
around. You know, we gotta get these shields. We did have Paladin roaming as
Attackers
Scopos
objective is to
last
defuse a
time.
bomb.
See if this ends up getting anything from any of these players.
Yeah, the Trunk's disciples still have 2 reinforcements in their back pocket. Probably not going to be used this round. They might, for one reason or another, be used for a rotate. But this skill post last time upstairs did waste about, I think, a total of 1 minute and 20 seconds. And Scopus ended up staying upstairs, or ended up wasting time against the attackers until about only 40 seconds left in the round.
Ooh,
Oh,
Nickel Pickle
looks
looks
away at
so.
the wrong time. Nickel Pickle does not see the Scopus walking, just narrowly
Wait,
loses the
what's this?
gunfight there.
What? 2 beers and Aaron's all just hanging out in kitchen? Excuse me?
Yeah, I don't know what the Ying. I'm very confused. I don't know what the Ying was using their controls for, but it happened, I guess. And now we are in a 5v4. Attackers wasted already over a minute on this roam clear without anything to show for it.
Paladin deciding to give up on that top floor roam, swap out while he's got the chance. And now, again, defense or attack having to waste so much time trying to clear out that scope post. I think Paladin still has it left, too. It's still alive.
Yeah,
But it is
Paladin
getting
still has
hunted.
it upstairs, but they have spotted it with a drone.
Yep. You're gonna want to make sure to clean it up so that they don't have to deal with it later.
Yeah, they still have one player. I think playing the main staircase. It's swung by 2 people. I don't know.
Arendelle was just sitting on
Wow.
cams, a little bit too slow there. As Paladin goes for a flank, misses the shots that, yeah, he wants. Ezekiel in takes him out. That was not the way you want to
Actually
go.
triple insight, and now it's a 1v4 suddenly. It all comes down to 2 beers in to win the overtime match.
He is just everyone
Takes a lot of
losing health,
damage,
but
everyone
not
on
enough.
Seaboys is very low. One player on his Ashwell, one player swinging his AKs. Tyler going to get the last laugh as City Boys end up securing 5 points on the night.
Yeah,
A
very
hard-fought victory
comfortable
indeed.
victory. As we get to see, yeah, the players. Very impressive. Oh. Uh-oh. My game froze? Uh-oh. Everything
Uh-oh.
froze? Okay, okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, Siege crashed now, it's fine. It doesn't matter. The game is over. We have swapped over to our break screen, and we'll update those score lines. 8-6 in Clubhouse for the City Boys. All the way to OT it took, but they did eventually win it out. And I will see if anyone's interested in a interview. Let's see, where is the chat?
Oh, I could do it. I'm in already in general.
All right. You wanna go deal with people, Chipper? And yeah, we'll let you guys hang out. We'll be right back. welcome in. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good, you know. We got both the maps, I think. Feeling pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Big
Yeah, you
congrats.
guys are
Yeah.
doing a great job. You guys secured playoff for us.
We did, yeah.
We are now finally guaranteed and locked in. Next week is fighting for seeding. I know I can speak about myself. I was celebrating a little bit off of the mic when you guys ended up securing it. But how did it
Yeah.
feel in the call in that moment?
Pretty good. We were all pretty hyped at the end. We kind of just we lost a bunch in a row, then we were like we should probably lock in, and then we locked in. So I don't know,
Yeah,
it's
that
pretty
seems
good.
to be what happened on both maps. You guys were up 6-2 on one map, and you guys were up 5-3 on the other map. I don't
Yeah.
know if you know this, but when you guys were up 5-3, you guys only needed one more round to secure a spot in the playoffs. So when you guys lost 3 rounds in a row, I was a little bit scared that we
Dang,
were
yeah,
not
no,
going to be secured in playoffs.
no, we just wanted to have a little bit of fun at the end of both maps.
Gotta make it
End of
Yeah,
the
interesting.
you guys
season,
definitely
yeah.
made things interesting.
Yeah, I mean we were hot dropping Logi as well, so
We definitely saw that. That was one of the plays of all time, let's say that.
well, I kept saying they won't expect it another time, but they ended up expecting it a couple more times. So
Yeah, they brought Thorn every time they defended and threw
I
3 Thorns. I don't know how only one of you was down from it.
I know it was me, dude. I went to the I was tried to run away, but then I went to the only place that they could get me. So that
Yeah,
was a little unfortunate.
so you guys did end up securing a spot in the playoffs. You guys won the night 5-1 in terms of points, and you guys ended up winning 7-5 and 8-6 in both of the maps. So next week is not playoffs; it is for seeding. How are you feeling individually? I know that you don't play Siege as much as probably almost everybody else on the team, but how do you feel?
I don't know, personally, like I don't know, I didn't even really feel like playing today, but I actually got on. It was decently fun. I don't know. I did a little bit of a ranked grind, but after that, the game's just been boring. A lot of stuff with TBI as well as I don't really like DMR play all the time, and it's like all I've been playing too, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the meta going on right now.
All right. Well, we will be going into next week playing, hopefully, all 5 of us
Hopefully.
against, let me pull up the game. We will be playing against Team Flame, aka, I think that's Kirkaholics. No, that's not Kirkaholics. Who's Team Flame? I think that's the Marlboro Men, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, the Marlboro Men. So going into the Marlboro Men next week, they are below us, and they are knocked out of the playoffs. Um, so it will be a seeding battle against Tachanka's Disciples and Peak and Panic, depending on what they do this week. How are you
Sure.
feeling going into that? That is a bottom two team. Feeling pretty
Uh,
confident?
yeah, pretty confident, honestly. Like, I think the only time I personally have troubles is like literally when it's just DMR the whole time. I don't know. As a team, like maps as well. Like we usually do pretty well on Chalet and then like Night Haven. So I'm sure the maps will play a part as well. But usually we play like the same couple maps, so I'm not too worried.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. I do not think that we are getting an interview from Tachanka's Disciples.
Yeah, I don't believe we'll be seeing that. So, with that, thank you very much uh for interviewing with us. And we'll probably be calling it here.
Sure. All right. Thank you.
All right. But yeah, thank you. This was TBI League Season 4. Tachanka's Disciples versus City Boys. Again, City Boys walking away with 5 points. Chunks Disciples only getting 1, and unfortunately getting knocked out of the playoffs. This
You know
was
what? I have that wrong. It
Oh?
was Marlboro Men who got knocked out.
Oh, okay. So the Chunks Disciples are still in it.
They are
All
guaranteed
right.
in now.
All right. Well, math was a little bit incorrect. We've heard the correction here, folks. All right, Tachanka's Disciples still in it. Let's go.
Shovel's
And
Disciple just actually secured themselves, I think, with the 1 point. So
that 1 point sends them over the edge. That's all they needed, and that's what they got. All right,
yeah,
but
so now 4 teams are locked in for Group A. Peak and Panic, Hiroshima Suns, Tachanka's Disciples, and City Boys all locked in for Group A. Marlboro Men and Kirkaholics, unfortunately, going to be going home.
there we go.
And I'm not going to cover Group B because I don't want to do the math right now.
Yeah, that is perfectly fine. I'm sure we'll hear about Group B next time. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Chipper, for co-casting with me. This is Mary Berry, who was also casting. And have a great night.